So I am recording this actually through my Discord. So at the moment I cannot stream live on YouTube um, due to some technicalities and how YouTube allows people to live stream. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the stream now. This is recording. If you're in the Discord, you can see my screen. So what you want to do when you're starting a new account, if you already have one, is you go into settings, you go into account, and then you hit start a new game. Now, before you do this, you want to make sure your account is bound. I can do a separate video on that later, um, but if you start a new account and your account is not bound, normally it won't even let you do it, and it'll ask you to confirm, just as an added safety precaution. But you do need to do that. And if you don't, you will lose the account. You won't be able to access it again. I love this opening.
In the shiny morning, a young queen ant is looking for a place for her colony. She has been working on it for hours, determined and diligent. Finally, here comes the colony.
Oh, hold on, someone is a little loud. Let me turn you down on my side. If I can remember how.
And this is the start of a kingdom.
So, if you're going through this and you're looking at it, it looks like you have to hit the green thing. You don't actually have to do that. If you double tap the screen twice where the green thing comes up, you can actually bypass it. So if you make enough farms like I have, it becomes really, really repetitive. I would love to put some music in, but if I do, YouTube will take the video down. So I gotta kind of rock in silence here. So Airman, and if anyone else is in the stream, if you have any questions, go into the live questions. I actually have that up on my tablet so I can see if you guys are asking any questions. And if you want to comment at any point, just go ahead and say something. If you can't, just hold the questions, because if I start answering one question, I'm talking about something, I will get distracted. I do have ADHD, and I won't remember what I was talking about to begin with. And it does make you use that first time, and it does make you do it one more time. It makes you use a 5-minute timer where you could use I think a 1 or 2 minute, and it irks my nerves. So while I'm doing this, and I'm kind of just going through the motions here, I want to establish what regardless of whether you're pay to win or free to play. I am more of a free to play guy myself, and most of my videos are geared towards that. But for the first couple days, it doesn't really matter whether you're pay to win or free to play. You can do what I'm about to say much faster if you're pay to win, but the priorities are the same. You want to do the fewest amount of things as possible was using the fewest amount of resources, because you can only create a set amount. And especially if you're starting out on a new server like this will be, you can't raid anyone. You can't artificially duplicate that unless you're buying resource packs or something like that, which again is how you can do it faster. But the goal within the first few days, if you are planning on staying in the server, you need to get to level 16. If it's a completely new account, if you're watching this sometime in the future, thank you for watching my channel. But if it is a new account, or you're making an alt account, or you're checking a new server out and you may end up staying there, get to level 16. That's your priority. Don't do anything else. If you're creating a farm account, which is probably where I'm going to end the video. I'm probably going to end this, as I'm about to say, your focus is to get to queen level 13. And there's reason, once we get there, I will explain that to you and show you why. I could say it, but until you see what the difference is between doing it, it's going to be a lot easier to explain just by seeing it. Now, I've done this before, and normally I do about 3 hours at night, and I go and check my main accounts, and then I pick it back up in the morning. So for me, this is about 7:30, so I will probably pick this back up. I'll probably go until about 10:30, and I will probably start a new stream in the morning as a part 2, kind of just like a little mini series on a walkthrough. So if you hit GoTube right there, it'll actually show you which way to go. So you see it's showing me the exact right way to go. And this I don't quite have memorized yet. This is like your second account or something, I don't recommend trying to beat it, because if you tap anything else other than what it's telling you to, it won't kind of guide you into the right spot. Just as a fun tip, it's so much easier to do this when you're just doing it this way than really any other way. So now that I got this, if you see these green things, I can tap those and get rid of them. Let's see if it's going to let me do it. Nope, it's not going to let me do it. I'll tell you guys what I was about to do in a second. It's been a little while since I made that. I think the newest server I was on was 531, so I've been saying for weeks I was going to do this, and all the time I haven't made an account, so a little out of practice. Okay, so right here, if I had to go and I take, let's see, I can do it with some trade too. So if I go like this, I can clear the space. So it's not that great, but if I go like this, where is it? Oh, they changed the layout a little bit, I think. I used to be able to do this quite easily. No, I can't do it with that anymore. Yeah, they did, because there was some that were pretty deep in there. Scratch it. There's no point in doing it because they're not deep enough and to really have a reason to do it. Learn something new as I'm doing the stream. This is why I like making new accounts, because they change stuff on a beginner's level and you don't really notice it when you're high up. Even if it's just something little like that. But they probably change the layouts for the higher levels too, and I would have never known. Which, again, not a big deal, but I would have probably went to do that, and it would have been accessible, I'd say level 24 or 25, which just saves time. But I've also seen that some people do, and they'll go and they'll create like 10 accounts at a time, which doesn't really make sense to me. And again, when I get to level 13, I will explain to you guys why. That will probably be in the part 2 of the stream. And I'll show you guys the other farms I have, and even one that I think is level 18 now. And it is a farm. It's not all. It's a farm. Okay, what do I gotta do? Create the queen. So I think this variant nest. Okay, so I'm going to keep these two workers busy as a time management thing. I would have normally already done that. You do need this, and when you unlock the aphid, you do need that. I think at level 7. I think you need that this fungi at level 6 or 5 or 6 to have upgraded, and it just saves you time rather than using speed ups, which is one way to kind of get around that. So now I got that done. I can bang this out. Again, I'm not using any speed ups unnecessarily. I am going to use speed ups. As you've seen my walkthroughs first, I don't say don't use speed ups. I say be smart about how you use them. Out of Warzone, when you are creating the account especially, I normally stay for 3 days in a new server because of the events they have, and once we get the events unlocked out, we'll show you what those are and what the benefits to having them is. There's a couple ants that are really, really hard to get outside of the first couple days. It's not really, really hard, it just takes time. Which, same effect. Now it's going to make me... Oh, they changed it. They don't make you waste a 5-minute speed up. My heart just grew by 3 sizes. Oh my god. What's it gonna feel like? I hated before. They used to make you waste a 5-minute speed up on that, and it irked my soul because you're not getting colony action right there. You haven't unlocked it yet. I don't think you unlock until like level 5. That just made me feel really good, guys. I can't explain it because like I'm definitely not OCD, but I don't like wasting speed ups when you should be able to get rewarded for using them, and so that makes me feel good. So as you say here, we're looking for the wet soil pile. I am going to start those upgrades. This is probably... See, when you don't do it... if you watch my most recent video, I talked about how I was... Well, my second most recent video, I talked about how I was on for a little while, and how I was out, and how I started a new job, and it's been since then, since I started a new account. I think I started a new account like 3 days before I left. So before I was in the hectic rush, to get stuff packed, to leave my house for a week, and leave my fish and my cat. If you guys don't know, I don't want to say grow, but I have my own tilapia, and I have a bunch of other aquarium fish with them in a big, basically indoor pond. And honestly, they're more of my babies than the cat. I kind of just look after my cat because she was a family cat. My parents had split up, and she's going to be old now. She doesn't look like she's old. But I kind of just look after her now. So if you hear a cat meowing, that's her. And whenever I start talking like this on the phone or something, she starts meowing. So you guys will probably hear her a bunch of times. Eventually, I'll probably get her on camera so you guys can see her. Alright, so this is one of the key points, and one thing people were asking me a lot, and why I decided to do this a while back, is where do you stop with evolutions? Which ones are important to do before you get to Warzone? If you're making a brand new account and you haven't watched my first, I think, 3 videos, up to, I think it's something I put like Bridge to Warzone or something like that. Go back and please watch those 3 videos to explain why Warzone is important. I made those videos not only as a guide, but so I wouldn't have to keep repeating myself when I go into these new servers. I could just drop a link as to why this is important. Because while I am only going to be in a server for a couple days, I do like to get them kind of started off on the right foot, regardless of what happens after I leave. I'll open the chat. This isn't a stream recording for YouTube. So one of the early quests is to change your name. I haven't used this name yet. I don't know. Probably have to change it again. I do know some Spanish, not that much. So you see here, we are going to get up to right here. This stuff is important for Gathering Day and Warzone, but not that important after. Once we get this done, we're going to head over to Hildeville. We're going to get everything down to Architect done. Once we get that done, we're going to go back into this should be Rapid Produce, and it's messing me up, and go down to Stable Production. Once we get that done, we're going to get this Courage Award and then stop. If you look at the next thing, it uses... Oh, no, it doesn't. So we can do these, and then this one uses Creature Remains. We're going to stop there. We're not going to use a single Creature Remain until Warzone begins. As free-to-play, it's very limited. Light Spender, you can get the $10 pack, which, once I unlock the packs, I will show you when I transfer my account. And if this is not your first account, then you already know what I'm talking about, most likely. But I will show it to you either way. I'm going to refill this a bit. Okay, it's not going to let me do it yet. So... no one is in the stream at the moment except for me, so I am going to pause the stream. Okay, so now we are back. I was able to grab some stuff, put some links in, and invite some more people. So it's 3, 3, 3. Need that to be 3. We also need this to be 3. I'm going to keep pushing along here. I normally try to do it right around here. I got this queen upgrading. I am going to use a minute because I don't want to be sitting here waiting forever. But also because getting this stuff up to where you can unlock colony action is incredibly important. So wasting a single minute isn't that big of a deal. Oh, they got cool new avatar frames. Oh man, I wish I could show you guys this. That's really cool. It's an aesthetic, but that's so cool. So from here, this is where you obviously can hatch. Oh man, my first account, the very first pull, I got gold armor, and I was never so hyped. It was the very first pull I got in orange. I've never done it since. And we just want to keep knocking this stuff out. Trying to get as far as we can. I hate that it makes you waste so much stuff. I'm gonna go and knock this stuff out real quick because some of the stuff is required to go forward, and I already know that, so now if you can see here, I haven't upgraded a single resource protection node except for the aphid, and the only reason I did the aphid, if I'm being honest, is because I will need it in just a moment. I hate red dots, so we're going to get rid of it. I just noticed they give you 5 floors now instead of 1. That's pretty cool. That could all up faster. The workers, let's get done. Still got a minute left. That guy. Saw 2 things here. Big deal. I am not going to continue to cook sugar. I'm actually going to set this on the side. If you don't know, by doing that, you actually use less resources. So another thing I'm going to do is block that off. Don't need it. It's just taking up fungi consumption. So it's actually kind of productive to have it attached. Same thing with this. I'm going to block this off. Oops, wrong thing. Only bad thing with these fast steps is very, very, very easy to get to miss something. Now, if you have this blocked off, it won't notify you that you have an evolution to do, which is one drawback. So while that's upgrade, I'm gonna do the upgrade the aphid some more. Another minute. Yes, when I'm doing this, guys, for some reason I can visualize the spaces if they are this way, but not if they have this black stuff. It always makes it look bigger than what it really is. Go give these guys some tips. Hopefully they listen, which has not been my experience. But the best way to get someone to learn something is to keep explaining why to them. Honestly, in my experience and as a salesman, The most important thing is the why. If someone doesn't know why they should do something, they typically won't. Sad truth of the world. Now the reason I am doing this instead of the... Let me get this guy out of my way first. Sorry. Instead of the leaf cutter is because if you do this, you don't have to keep refilling it. You do it, you spend the resources, it's done. And up until about level 12, I think at level 12 or 13, the queen starts using more fungus production. You don't need still waiting. Now I don't want to use too much, so if this starts taking too much resources, evolutions, I will stop it, because it's more important for me to get the buildings further than it is for me to... Let me go step at the same time. Than it is for me to have faster evolutions faster. I do want to get a stable production so I can start increasing these resources, especially if you're doing a farm, but it's not mandatory. It's more important to get your queen higher level, as I said before. Here, if you look here, I still haven't unlocked events, which means I still don't have colony action, which means for the moment at least I'm going to wait. A minute here, a minute there won't work, so I probably will use a minute. But I only have a couple 5 minutes, and I'm going to use those later at about level 6 or 7 to make it faster. Because there's no real benefit to me getting higher level right now. If that makes sense at all. Yes, I can get a higher level, but it doesn't give me more resources. It doesn't give me another builder. I think the builder is at level 7, yeah. So if I get more resources by doing other stuff, that's more beneficial. And this has 2 minutes left. I can actually go and start upgrading other things. I will upgrade the sand. That's going to be the only thing. I need more sand faster because you can never have enough sand, and the raft productions are relatively low. So let me find the account now. I'm gonna pause it. So I am playing on Android. If you have Android, go in, hit buy an account. It gives you these options. You can make a Facebook, and you can make duplicate Facebooks. I would use your real name because technically illegal to make fake accounts, at least if you're in the United States. Or you can use Google. Same thing applies. I use Google because it's easier. But let me bind this real quick, and I'll show you how to get the... Okay, so I bound my account. Now when we get to the events, there's going to be a pack that you get for binding your account. It's going to have 5 tertiary eggs, which is gigantic, especially at low levels. Now what I'm doing is I'm using my tablet, and I am playing on my main. If you have multiple accounts, or if you have BlueStacks, you can do that as well. I do not have a laptop to show you how to set up BlueStacks, or I would do it for you guys. I do want to say the fact that they, in this latest update, they give you rewards, not every time, but occasionally if you lose Warzone, it's just a godsend. Half the alliances on my server, big alliances anyways, left on my main server. And still waiting here. My internal clock is wrong, and I knew I had stuff to do. See how much we got. 6 seconds, see? Some ways I'm very bad with time, in other ways I'm extremely, extremely good. 5 minutes. So we're going to be done about the same time. Perfect. I may have to make a video for that, to be honest. A little short or something, so I could just put it on in the chat. So, 13 seconds left. The production is almost done. I didn't realize I had fat fingered the thing until after I did it, and at that point I was just like, well, let's just wait until the next step is here. So, alright, now I need to upgrade this. again, just upgrading the same things as I go up until level 13. One trick from someone who's done this a lot, don't upgrade anything until you, or don't hit the like claim trap the rewards until you've upgraded everything, because as you can see it's blocking me, which is just taking up time. Eventually that time is going to transfer into speed ups, which is going to transfer into colony action, which is going to transfer into Warzone. You don't have a choice here. You have to hit the ladybug. I normally only hit stuff that gives you sand, but so I have unlocked rapid, so I'm gonna start using the rapids. At this point though, it does not reset, so you only want to use it once. Once we get it so where it can reset, I would also recommend putting the status bar on, because eventually, no matter how good your memory is, you will forget. Check it and then you just wasted resources. Yay. Now, it looks like I'm tapping this really fast, but I'm actually looking to see I am maxed on meat at the moment, and leaves. I just realized I'm maxed on leaves, actually. Bad route. It's no good. I'm going to build this meat depot. And you want to build this as close as you can, because while the number doesn't reflect up here how much you're gaining, you do actually gain resources faster if they are closer together, which most people don't realize. You only realize that by testing and testing and testing and testing. So I have upgraded my meat, get more meat now. I'm going to need that in a better level too, so this isn't something I'm just casually doing. I know I'm going to need it. I've done this so much that if you just let that go, it will actually time itself out pretty well to when you'll need it. I think you need it at either level 5 or 6. So, like, we're pretty close here. That was where you get the bonus tortilla egg. Go through, claim whatever I can. These are resource packs, so that's not being wasted. Resource pack again and again and again. I'm going to do all 30 of these at the bare minimum. I'm not spending any money on this account. Refuse. Plus, if you wait, they actually give you a coupon. I mean, you could always get it and get the rewards immediately if you're pay to win and then use the coupon. It's not exclusive to the first time. And something I'm probably going to stitch this together later on, but if I do go to this and I go, go to this and I go to this, I'm actually going to take a screenshot of this, because this changes. If you didn't know, this actually changes. So the first one you get is different from the second, which is different from the third, which is different from the fourth, fifth, sixth, etc. I don't know where the cutoff is. There may not be a cutoff. It may just change every month. They just may have it so it's randomly. But in my 5th month, I want to say 5th month of getting that, I actually got the fantasy egg on the 2nd day, which is great help. We need This is where you need the aphid. So level 5, you need the aphid to be max. Which I'm kind of regretting doing that now, but I can't go back, so no that was. Just keep slamming, just keep slamming, just keep slamming, do keep slamming. I guess I hate the silence. I need music in my life. Okay, so I saw an upgrade finish. Looks like it was probably that. Waiting for the aphid now. Still got 5 minutes on the evolution. And I'm gonna sit here and wait for the stuff again to be done because there's no reason to rush it. I need all the stuff later, so there's no reason. I do need one of these needs to be loaded up. I think it's the shooter nest. So preemptively, I'm going to see how long that takes. I can't do it yet, so it's not for level 5 at least, which is good. Okay, so what do we area? Again, all you have to do is tap it. It takes you to it. No need to search for it. If you are, for some reason, doing these maps, or you're just trying to bang this farm out real quick, just save yourself some time. You have to hit quick apply there. There's no choice. So I guess I'm in that LGBTQ alliance for a day or however long it takes, which is pretty fine. It's like, yes, I know, that's what I was doing. A ladybug, most people don't think is important at first, but it is extremely important at first. I am actually going to do this. I'm going to upgrade this as fast as I can, because it gets you a lot of resources really fast, and it lets you, especially at these low levels where you have these low storages, it lets you basically store your resources for free. At 10 o'clock, I'm telling you, I was not. You guys saw me. I didn't pause the video. And as I said, we're gonna get there, and we're stopping. And then we're gonna work our way down. We're gonna get to here, and we're gonna go all the way down. Let me see. I have benefits unlocked, but I do not have colony action. So again, I'm not going to finish this. Eventually, I'll probably be doing these live streams on Patreon as Patreon exclusives, or maybe just general gameplay, kind of like open mic night. But for now, I'm going to pause the video, and I'll see y'all in a half hour. Sorry for the past 2 minutes or so. I didn't realize I was recording with my headphones off. I'm still eating. I'm fast. I have to eat a couple times all at once. So, just gonna keep doing these upgrades. Keep going. I'm gonna pause the recording when I get to the spot where I can stop. So, I always forget about this plateau pile. Here at the moment I can't go any further, so I'm gonna start going down the list here until to a point. I don't want to upgrade that until I have to, as I said before. But for now I'm gonna pause the video, and for you guys I'll be back in a second, but for me it'll be a few minutes. So after I get done eating, I'll be right back. So I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna do this hatch real quick. we are going to save this stuff for Warzone, of course. If this was a brand new account, that's a long time to save it. The only thing I would focus on is during Special Ant, level this first skill up a few times, like say to level 5, so you're able to hunt, and then let it go. Save everything for Warzone after that. So, what do we need to upgrade next? So, I had to upgrade the wet soil. Again, I fat fingered the button. That lets me record, and I didn't notice it for a minute, so let's see. So at level 7, I think you need all level 1 storages, except for fungi. So if you're able to do those, or if you're able to put those down during colony action, that would be ideal. Since I ate, I missed the end of colony action, but I'm still able to get this done. Now, if we check here, this is Special Ant. I am in the 4th. I believe that means this one should be... Yeah, so this is another one I could do buildings, or I could hatch soldiers, as is this one. So I'd be waiting 6 hours after reset. I'm not going to do that though. So I'm probably going to check to see how long this is going to take. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put any of the fast stuff down at all. See, I can't put this. Here, so I have a third builder. You always need more honeydew at the beginning of the game until you get that ladybug up and you get some trades in. So I'm going to put this guy up here, really up here. So he's not using fungus or anything. I'm going to hide the rally center. It looks ugly, but it's going to save you a lot of resources, which, especially at the beginning of the game, you need very, very badly. I'm not mutating anything, so I can cut that off. And I think for now that's going to be it. Let's get this guy leveled up, because again, at low levels you need fungus. See, I'm almost out. I may not even be operating at full. I am operating at full capacity, luckily. It's probably would have been getting close. So having done this so much, I already know what my general nest is going to look like, which is why I'm kind of moving stuff around the way I am, because I know where I'm going to put everything. If this was new, I would be testing the good spots to put this. I do have a video about what should be attached and what should not, because certain things take up fungi consumption, or use fungi, or use food and water. So I've already made videos on those. I can put those down in the link below. Hopefully I remember to do that if I watch this video. I may not watch this video because this is going to be a longer one. After I post it. I'm just going to tap this. I'm going to build it. And then I'm going to hide it away because I don't need it right now. I'm not going to use rotation pull for quite a while, so there's no point in having it. So that lets you station special ants, but you do not need it attached to do so. So if I go to special ants and I go to station, I can scroll down. If I have something, I will probably just put it there. I don't see anything yet, so I'm just gonna let it go. Class building. You know what, that's actually where I realized that I didn't have it, because it was in a spot I normally keep my recording thing, so I can tap it. So, class, this is a resource tunnel, because that's for herders. Herders get a few boosts. I don't see the benefit in playing herders until you're like queen level 25, or unless you're a farm. That's just me though. I'm a little crazy. I like to think it's okay. But cultivator, especially early game, gives you huge boost. Once you get past the 2-week mark where people lose their bubbles, Vader's okay. And I'm not, all this extra stuff up here, this stuff right here, I'm not going to put down until I need it for colony action. What I will do though is ant population. Only to get this started. I can't even do that. So I'm just gonna let it go for a little while. I like to keep my stuff together at least, even though it's a hot mess at the moment. So it makes it easier to go to. The trick is when you're doing this trick to let it sit for a moment. I may hit the wrong thing here. Oh, I just realized I could draw. How do I stop it? There we go. Let the population max out, and then let it go back to where it was. So yeah, it's gonna be 3 hours for the queen. I'm not in colony action. I do want to max as much out as I can in colony action to get those rewards, especially being free to play. So once this ends, I will probably jump on one more time in about 15 minutes, but otherwise I am going to bed for the night. So I hope you all have a great night. I will start part 2, I want to say 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so East Coast US time. And I will try and have the playthrough done by about 2 o'clock tomorrow. So it's going to be about another 6 hours. But I will see y'all.